Everyone, welcome to this video. I'm Ola. I'm heading to Pasadena. I'm going to be touring a historical home called the Gamble House. It is a classic craftsman architecture, which is one of my favorites. One of my favorite things to do when I'm traveling is to visit the homes of artists and architects, and I just thought that it made sense to do it in LA just because there's so much cool architecture here, especially regarding how people live. If you like to tour homes in person, this video is definitely for you. I don't want to ramble too much, so let's go.
Please join us.
And we will see lots of different types of design aspects of it, which I'll be pointing out.
Technically, I should not be recording any video, but I really wanted to gather my thoughts because I just finished the tour. As soon as I kept walking through the place, I'm just astounded by the level of detail. And it's not even like it's overdone. It's just really true craftsmanship, almost like artisan quality. I saw so many beautiful lamps, so many beautiful light fixtures, the woodwork. Like if you look behind me, the stone, and these are what they considered ugly stones that they found a way to repurpose. And I just love how this house has been here for over 100 years. It was built in 1908, and obviously over time the leaves and things have overgrown, and it's just nice to see that cool mix of the nature and the stone, and also like how considerate the design of the space is. Like as soon as you walk in, they have a guest room that's right off. They have dens, they have formal living areas, they have family rooms, they have, granted, I know that this is also because they're super rich, and obviously having a lot of money affords you to do a lot of extravagant things to your home. But everything about this home felt super cozy and warm. A lot of it probably has to do with the low ceilings. The entryways are super low. Apparently the family was short, so that's why. And then also too, like, I don't even know. I'm just like, I have so many thoughts. I have so many thoughts on just how beautiful this place is. And it makes sense to me why craftsmen's homes are so popular. The wood trim. I can't get over the wood trim. And the wood trim here was rounded. I just kept walking through the house thinking like, wow, this house weighs a lot. Because wood is heavy, stone is heavy. Almost every room had a fireplace. The tiling, everything. Okay, I'm gonna stop now because a docent is here. So one of my favorite things that attracted me to the house was how it looks on the outside. When I used to live in Oakland, I used to see houses like this, and I used to think that they were cottages. And then later on, I realized that they were craftsman style homes. In California specifically, there's a lot of them. They call it California bungalows. This house in particular is a little bit more special because it's on the bigger side. There's no California bungalow that I've seen that's this huge. Like this has almost 3 levels, and that's not even including the basement. There's just so much care and detail that went into this place. The architects, they were really inspired by Japanese outdoor indoor. There's a little pond behind me, and they put lotuses. There's little koi fish there. The architects are inspired by these Asian countries, and they've never visited them, and they're just studying them from books. A little bit more context, this home is the son of Procter and Gamble, which is like a multinational company now. Like they own Crest. I think they also own Tide. They own a lot of household products, things that we use on our day-to-day, but back then they were really popular for their soaps. And oh yeah, I keep forgetting, like there's people behind me, and that's because they are literally on a sleeping porch, and the family had sleeping porches where they would bring their beds onto the porch and sleep outside just to feel the cool air. I know it sounds so weird, but when you're on the porch, it makes sense. This house to me is a true representation of when you don't have any limits. Obviously, I think creativity stems from the constraints that you might face because you have to be creative, whether it's your budget or the materials or the people that is helping you to finish your work. What I think is so phenomenal about this house is that creativity can also be expounded or unimaginable if you don't have constraints either, you know? Because then you can just be so imaginary and make your visions really come to life in the way that you want it to look. I hope that makes sense. The docent was just telling us that the architects loved to work with affluent clients because the sky was the limit. And like this house is a true testament because it's truly a masterpiece. And craftsman styles are one of my favorite types of architecture. It plays indoor, outdoor really well. Like beautiful porches, beautiful wood, detail on the wood. Oh my God, one last thing that I want to mention is the stained glass. That's another reason why I love craftsman style homes. The stained glass, the architect, Green and Green, they designed this beautiful stained glass and they use watercolor technique, so when the light hits it, it changes it shows the colors through, and then when you don't have light on it, when it's nighttime and you reflect a little light on it, it becomes iridescent. Wow. I'm just shook right now. But yeah, let's head out. Let's walk around actually. Another thing that I want to say that is really cool about craftsman style homes is the amount of built-ins. Also, this furniture that I'm sitting on, this was also designed by the architects. Typically, the people who own the home will bring their own furniture, but almost everything in that house was designed by the architects as well, which I also think is phenomenal. The fact that they still kept a lot of the original pieces in the home. Everything about the house is really soft. Everything has been sanded to be soft, to be rounded. The docent was even telling us that the brick is laid out for the driveway. Each single brick was sanded to be curved. I think that is a little bit excessive. However, it just is a true testament to how much the architects really cared about presentation and how things look. And it's just those small details that when someone tells you about them, you're just like, wow, that's amazing. And even sometimes you look at it and you're like, wow, this is really beautiful, but I can't really tell why I like it so much. And then when they tell you about it, it affirms what you felt in the first place. So yeah, I gotta be rich. I have to be rich. Yeah, Pasadena is so beautiful. I think Pasadena also has a lot of craftsman style homes. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna film more of this neighborhood because I'm seeing craftsman. Okay, so the one that I just showed is actually not a craftsman style home. That is more like a chalet style home, very Dutch, or it's not Dutch, Swiss inspired. So one thing I will say in terms of what I feel like is true American architecture definitely is the craftsman style home. Obviously, every city is unique. When I think of New York, I think of brownstone. When I think of SF, I think of the Victorian homes. When I think of LA, nothing really stands out to me because LA is so unique in terms of its architecture. There's so much variety. Like one block you could see Spanish style homes, another block you could see French Normandy homes, another block you could see like the Swiss inspired homes with the chalet styles, or then in Pasadena you could come here and you see craftsman style homes. I think that's what makes Los Angeles architecture so unique. There's not one thing that defines it, but when I think of true Americana style, I definitely always go back to the craftsman. Anyways, I'm heading home. If you are a huge fan of home tours, this is definitely one to come see. The docent is so full of information You could definitely ask them questions. I asked my docent a lot of questions, and I was just spacing out a lot of times when he was talking because there were so many details. Again, it's 1 hour tour, so he can't go through every detail, but there are things that I was like just so amazed at. But yeah, obviously highly recommend it. I just love design. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna be heading home now. Thank you for watching the video, and I will definitely catch you guys in the next one. Bye.